Hi, comic fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. I am here with everybody's favorite Canadian, Alan, and we are looking at the hottest Silver Age comics of the week. In fact, this is our last show of the year where we are looking at the hottest Silver Age comics of the week, because next week we've got a special show where we are going to review our 2024 spec comics to see how we did. So make sure you watch next week and see whether Alan or I win the spec competition for 2024. Right, so let's crack on, share the screen, and first comic we're looking at, Alan, is Flash. I know nothing about this comic. Scott, is it
Really? Oh, this is a great book.
I think
This
we have
is
had it once before. Is it Weathermaster?
Weathermaster and the first appearance of Kid Flash.
Ah, okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
two big characters. And you get to see Barry Allen wave his arm around.
Is he doing
So,
is he doing the impossible Thor thing where his arms rotate? Yes.
well, he's doing the, windmill thing. But if you do that really, really fast, you can create like tornadoes and stuff. It's kind of fun.
Okay. Oh, that's why he's facing the challenge of the tornado wizard, of the weather.
Yeah, weather wizard. Yeah. So just a really cool book. This one actually was one that was really challenging for me to get. I actually have this in the lower grade, where I was like trying to get this book for a while. I really wanted to get Kid Flash book. Um, and yeah, this one's always an expensive book. Hard to get, actually. Um, so yeah, so I don't know. I always thought it was a cool book. So
Okay. So is 840 a good price for this?
it seems like it. I would say so. I think I think like a 3.0 was going for around 500.
Okay.
Um so
Sounds about
this
right.
seems like a little bit down, actually, I would say.
Uh, it's a bit okay. So this one here is not it. That's November. That's 750. This was a bit more than that, wasn't it?
It was eight something,
840. Yeah. So
840. So it's up from
it's
the
up.
previous
It's
thing,
up from there. Um,
but it's down from the heights.
yeah.
And
It's
this
up.
book, if you look at it, those heights are not COVID peaks.
That is not COVID. That is July 2023. That is a COVID number. That isn't
Yeah.
a COVID
But
number.
you can see even before that there was peaks on this book.
Yeah, but it's at a relatively historically quite low price here.
Yeah, right now it's like kind of down.
Yeah,
But it's up at least from that down price, I guess. How do
yeah.
you describe this?
It's up from the down.
Yeah.
It's up from the
Um,
sale.
so this is one of those books, not really a good trend line. It's not like a very positive trend line.
Um,
Um, but there was I think that first hump that you see two humps. One hump I would say is COVID-y hump, and the previous hump before that is the show related hump where there was the Flash series,
well, it
and it
went
was
on
actually
for a few
reasonably
years.
popular.
Went on from started in 2014 and went on till 2018. Does that match when the show was out?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. And actually the show was pretty good about introducing new characters. The problem was, though, it always killed them off. So you get like some cool new villain, and then they would kill them like off in that same episode. It's like, okay, well, that sucked. Um, because there was like a few of them that I really liked, and I was like, oh man, they just killed off that cool character. Um, so oh well. So what's the census count on this?
730.
730. See, really, I mean, that's a reasonably low census count for a major character. I mean, Kid Flash is kind of a major character for Flash.
That's Wally West, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
So
Wally.
yeah,
Wait a minute. It says here first appearance of Wally West, first appearance of Kid Flash. Are they the same thing?
yeah, they're the same thing.
So, right.
So yeah,
Right.
so cool book.
Good book.
Um,
Oh, this is a cool book. Next up, we've got Adventure Comics number 25. I don't think we've ever had this one, Alan.
No, but this is actually a cool, probably a little bit under the radar key. It's the first Green Arrow origin.
Origin
It's
of
origin of the Green Arrow.
January 1959.
Hmm.
Hmm. Kurt Swan and Stan K. art.
Cover. Yeah.
Why using kryptonite rays to force you down, Superboy, because you're wanted dead or alive.
Mm.
Kryptonite Dragnet. Was there a show called Dragnet? There was, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was, yes.
Right. Okay.
So
Uh,
it's sort of like a key that probably most people wouldn't recognize, but
I'm
it
not
is,
familiar with it. It's the first time I've seen it.
yeah.
So, high,
$900 for eight
high
five.
grade, 8.5.
Yeah.
Watch the Superman trailer.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was okay. I
Uh,
was
oh,
it
you're an old cynic. I really liked it.
so the problem I had with it was I do like seeing crypto. I thought, oh, I love seeing crypto, but at the same time it was kind of hokey, a little hokey. I don't know if it came across that way. And I'm worried that they introduced too many characters. I feel like they should make it a standalone Superman movie rather than introducing like 20 other characters. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see. James Gunn's quite good at handling a number of different characters.
Well, that the problem is I don't like the way James Gunn handles a bunch of characters. So whenever he handles a bunch of characters, he always makes them like kind of like goofy heroes. That he's very good at the goofy hero, the which works for Guardians of the Galaxy. It works
Oh,
for Suicide Squad, but I don't think it would work for Superman.
oh no, he's not going to make Superman goofy.
No, but that's my point. I feel like it's like the way he handles multiple characters is usually makes them all goofy.
Well,
Like
I
if you
mean,
look at the trailer a little bit critically, because I'm very critical, there's a scene with Guy Gardner. Is it
yes,
Guy Gardner?
yeah, but only a
And
few
he's kind of coming in, kind of goofily, kind of acting. I think there will be goofiness, James Gunn style, and I really don't like that. That was the problem with the Marvel universe, was they didn't take themselves seriously enough. DC always took itself too seriously. Marvel didn't take itself seriously enough. James Gunn is the bit of that not serious enough problem.
Right. Well, we'll have to disagree. I liked it because I mean the first Superman with Christopher Reeve is one of my favorite superhero movies, and it's just because it's so simple, it's clean, it goes back to the original concept. And I can see here, you look at this Superman, you see he's got a bit of vulnerability. We see him
Mm-hmm.
bleeding, we see Crypto coming to get him. We got some emotion with Uncle Ben. Uh,
Yep, I thought that part looked good.
yeah, and we've obviously got
Lots of Lois Lane.
Lois Lane hugs and things. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
The sex scene
and
was a
how can you
little
not
over the
like
top,
Hawk?
but
How can you not like
that's okay.
Hawkwoman? Um,
What?
Hawkwoman.
Oh,
Hawk,
Hawk Woman, yeah. I actually really like seeing
yeah.
Hawk. I will call her Hawk Girl
Okay.
until I die. So she's still Hawk Girl to me. I know she's Hawk Woman, but I call her Hawk Girl. Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. So what's interesting, of course, is the Superman movie, and what's the big movie from Marvel? But what's the big Marvel movie next year?
That's next
Oh,
year.
Fantastic Four. It's Fantastic Four. It's coming out in the same.
Fantastic Four, yes.
They're coming out at the same time.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It would be nice to see them go up a head to head in a way.
Yeah.
Um, will both companies be able to sort themselves out? Because both right now don't really have a good reputation in terms of making movies.
Yeah.
Um,
I bet you one of them moves. I bet you that one of them backs down and moves.
we'll see. We'll see.
Anyway, I personally think it's going to be a big success from what I've seen.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think a lot of people are hoping for it to be successful. And I think just that excitement about it will make it successful. You know what I mean? Like there's enough
Goodwill.
interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It might be one of those where the sort of comic fans go, man, yeah, I'm going to criticize it because it makes Guy Gardner look goofy, something like that.
Well, I don't like Guy Gardner anyway, so I don't mind him being goofy. I just
So,
I was never a fan of the character. I always thought he was goofy in the comic as well. Um,
right, we will
but
see next year. Okay, so back to this one, $900. Is that a good price or not, Alan?
um, I I don't know. Tell you the truth, I really don't know much about this comic as a like a value wise.
$900
I think that's a low price, but who knows?
is a low price. So the last sale in 2023 was 1,300. So
So
it's
it's down
about
$400.
$400 less. It's not as low as this one here in March 23. It's
But
about,
it's on a downward trend, it looks like.
yeah, so it's come back a bit from
Excuse
that.
me.
It's lower than that. It's like all these Superman. This is why Superman needs a shot of something because we never see Superman comics doing particularly well, do we?
You know, I was talking to a bunch of people at like the cons, like the dealers,
Yeah,
and they consistently tell me that Superman books don't sell.
I can't sell them on whatnot. I
Yeah.
don't, I don't bother trying. So I've got boxes and boxes of adventure and action and Superman now, which I'm. That's why I want the movie to be.
Okay, so there's a bit of bias there. But yeah, I this could change, right? These books could become something. There's no reason why they aren't. I mean, Superman is a cool character.
Yeah,
But what I've been told consistently is uh anything other than a golden age Superman doesn't really perform well.
no.
Um,
No, I mean I pick them up for nothing. I get them in nobody bids in auction. The reason I've got loads of them is I'm a sucker for a deal price at an auction. And so I'll pick up
mhm.
30 and 40, bronze, silver age Superman stuff for nothing.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, Superman as a character has kind of lost his shine. I guess I don't know what he's not really. He's a hard character to write well.
yeah, he is hard characters to write well.
Nobody likes a perfect character, like somebody that's too perfect.
Well, that's why I think Gunner's built in a bit of vulnerability. So what's the first thing we see? We see Superman being vulnerable.
Being beaten up. Yeah. So yeah. What could hurt Superman?
Yeah,
Yeah. So what's the census count on this book?
I bet it's not that high. Oh, 131, Alan.
Wow. So this is one, I mean, actually, if you look at the number, I mean, it should be graded at almost any grade at that price.
Yeah,
Uh but I just don't think people realize what it is. It's not one that's on anybody's radar, really.
yeah. I mean, if I'll tell you something that sells worse than Superman,
Mhm.
Green Arrow.
That
I can't achieve.
I could believe that. I
I
could
mean,
believe that.
Green Arrow. It's just like if I show a Green Arrow comic, I can almost hear the leaves falling off the trees. It's
Yeah,
nobody is interested in Green Arrow.
yeah, nobody's interested. The tumbleweed rolls by or something.
It does.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So
yeah,
this has got not only has it got Superman who's not hot, it's got Green Arrow who's even colder.
yeah, yeah. But Green Arrow, I mean, there was a Green Arrow TV series.
Yeah, was it any good?
I didn't watch it,
Exactly.
but I heard good things about it. So I don't know.
Okay, we better move on. We've waffled on this one a lot. Right. Not seen this before. Star Spangled War Stories number 92. And we've
Okay, the reason this is on the list
okay.
is I always like to sort of grind my axe about my belief in heritage auctions grading capabilities.
Okay,
So this is
I thought you were going to grind your axe about the submarine and people on top of the submarine because I know that
oh, that's another gripe too. Yeah, good point.
submarines not being in the water is one of your
Yeah, that's a gripe of mine. Yes. But this one I actually think is a cool cover, and yeah, I think this is a cool book. Don't get me wrong, but do I trust the grade? And so this one I'm going to get you to do a little bit of work on. So let's look at the book up close and let's grade it. Okay? Not looking at what they say.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well it's not bad.
The
It's
spine looks okay. Let's
tightish
go.
corner up here. It's not perfect, but it's
It's
not
bit of a shadow there, not much.
a small little chip
You can
out.
tell that there's like a bit of a either a spine roll that's kind of pulling the
A bit
that
of
that
sun shading here. Can you see, Alan? This
is that but no, but also it's not in line. So there's
it's
probably a
not
bit of a spine
100%
roll.
square, but they don't. That's can be due to being square is not one of the things they measure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, probably though that could be contributed to a spine roll.
We've got a bit of wear down here. I
Yeah.
can't see anything.
I mean, I would grade this as like probably a 7 to 8.
Oh, you think you're being a bit.
Okay, how about right there? Go back down to the staple. It looks like a bit of a tear. Just zoom in right around there. Zoom, zoom.
Much as I can zoom in.
Okay, what's going on? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I'm seeing things
What
that
would I
aren't there.
grade this at? I'd probably grade this as a 7.5 or a very fine or a very fine minus.
Okay, that's what I would say.
Okay, because mainly because this top corner's a bit dodgy. There's some sun shading gone on here. Uh,
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
and
it's
this
not going to
corner
get a 9.
and this corner down here. So, you know, 7.5, 8, something around that. Right.
Yeah, that's why I was saying 7. I was giving you a bit of a broader range, 7 to 8.
And
Okay, what did they grade it at?
I grade it as I can't
A
see.
VF, which is a 8.
A VF, yeah, an 8. Yeah. Okay, so the top end of ours.
Okay. Okay, so that's first thing. Now this book is not graded, so if we wanted to get it graded, we're going to spend like $50
I've
at
spent
least.
$50, yeah.
Okay, maybe a little bit more
You need
because
to
it's
change that to 1600.
yeah, or maybe even more because how does it work with like if it's above $1,000, doesn't it become
Yeah.
some other
What you'd do, Alan, is you'd submit this and say it was worth, uh, you,
$50?
you put it under the bar.
I always wonder about that, how that works, but okay. Okay, so let's see how this fares. I always believe that there's always if you're gonna grade it, like if you're gonna like appraise it, I would always just knock off 1 grade point if it's undergraded. If
Well,
it's if it's
okay, so
yeah,
there's only 16 of these.
okay.
Have any ever sold? Yes.
Now it could be the case that somebody is thinking, hey, I can get this graded and it's gonna come out a 9.4 or some crazy thing, and they overbid on it. But I would personally err on the side of caution and grade
Oh,
it as a 7
I think
mentally.
it's heavily overpriced.
So what sales do we have to work with?
So I'm just looking for. So we've got a 9.2 here, Alan. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, so
There's
that's like
nothing sold recently. Yeah. So
no.
there was a 7.0 that sold for 420 in 2020.
Okay, so that's the one we need to compare with, I guess, since there's nothing else. But this is like 3 times that,
It
almost four
is.
times
It's
that.
way too high. It's way too high. I would have said about 800 on that. 750, 800.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is a crazy sale. So it's a new record by far.
Yeah, easily. But this is
I
all
think
this.
somebody overpaid. I don't know
Yeah.
why they paid so much for it.
I mean, Alan, this is like the opposite of the first one we looked at on your channel, where Crazy Comic went a fairly minor key, a fairly major key went for $100,
This is not a made to be. It has a cool cover.
No, but whereas we got here, we've just got a raw comic.
That's got a cool cover.
It's got a cool
But that's
cover.
all
I mean,
we've
it's
been
gone
going
for
for.
800. It's gone for three times the last sale, which was graded.
Yeah, I don't even get this one. Like this doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's why I was like shocked by it. That's why it's on the list because I'm like, why did somebody pay that much for this book?
Maybe we don't know. Maybe this it is some form of key that we don't know about that's not being written on Go Collect.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I just think it's a cool cover. So yeah.
What's that purple dinosaur called? Oh,
That's the first appearance of Barney.
yeah, is that Barney? Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't
Okay,
make
we're,
any
we're
sense
going to
to me.
remain mystified. If anybody understands why somebody wants to,
But it is a new record,
well, it
so
is
we can
easy.
brag. Oh, it's a big record, and it's a huge record at that. Okay, this next one I believe will not be a record.
I'm
Um,
just surprised if it is.
yeah, but this is a very cool book still. This is Journey into Mystery number 85, the first appearance of Loki
Yeah,
in comics,
yeah.
which is awesome. And he's wearing his, green outfit and standing on the top of a tower going, ah. So that's always good.
Challenge you to match your powers against mine, Thor.
I think I remember a 2.0 or 2.5 going for about the same price during COVID. So just so you know,
Have a look.
I
Oh,
think this is way down.
oh,
Look at that. Oof.
right. So let's go for 2.6. So is what's that one there? Uh, yeah, I think that is just no. It's sold for about the same price as the previous sale. So
Yeah. So it's
it's
sort
been
of
settling around this 2.5, 2.6 area.
now, if you ignore that big mountain,
Yeah, it's still higher than it pre-COVID.
yes, that's what I was just gonna say. It actually the trend line is pretty good.
Yeah, so
It's just that weird mountain there that you gotta ignore somehow.
some
Um,
crazy person paid 8,000 for it.
that's what I was saying. I remember this book being like in lower grade being $2,000 book.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Oh well.
I think flat. I think this is
Well, it's sort of found its floor, is what I would say.
yeah, I think it's stabilized. It's stopped for
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's the census count? I mean, it's going to be high. It's Marvel.
Yeah, 1.8.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a cool book. I actually Loki is one of my favorite villains, and I actually really liked what's it
Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston. Yes. I like the way he portrayed Loki.
Yeah.
The mischievousness of Loki. Um, Believe it or not, if you watched Loki season 1 and 2, did you? I'm not sure if you did.
I watched
Season
season
2 is
one.
better than season 1.
I haven't watched season two yet.
So season 1 was horrible. I thought season 1 they really did a disservice to Loki. Season 2, I think they learned their lesson and did a better job.
Okay, I need to watch season two.
Yeah, it's actually it's actually quite good. I liked it. Um, so yeah, so I don't know. First appearance of Loki, stabilized at least,
Okay, next up.
and it's above COVID, pre-COVID pricing.
It's
So that's a
above
big thing.
pre-COVID, it's not above
Yeah.
COVID. Right.
Now this one, I yes, this I was like, wow, okay, this is a big book, a cool book.
Yeah.
This is Action Comics 252 or
Yeah.
one, yeah, 252, and it's the first appearance of Supergirl,
Yes,
and
it's a couple of times.
this one, is a solid grade too.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent, doesn't it? It does look like it. I mean, if you look at the core, it
I
looks like
mean, the spine has like a whole bunch of ticks there, by the
yeah,
way.
it does, yeah. It's a 5.0.
But it is a 5.5, so you kind
Yeah,
of expect that.
yeah. Okay.
I prefer her with the okay. This is a controversial thing. I prefer her with the red bottoms personally.
What color boots?
The red boots, but red skirt.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
Um, I don't think I've got a preference. Not sure.
The
I'd,
red skirt
I'd
works
have,
better.
I'd have to
Trust
have
me. It kind of breaks it up a bit. It's just too
too
blue.
much blue. Yeah, because Superman's got red underpants.
Yeah. Nobody told Superman how to wear underwear.
He does look as if he's got a bit of a dressing problem, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
But
maybe it's
oh
just
well.
pleased to see Supergirl. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on quickly.
Before we get a lot of hate for that one. Okay.
Um, $3,120 for 5.5. I don't know on this one. I don't know enough about it. Is that up or
I think that's a reasonable price. It's not a record, but it's a reasonable price.
right? It's up from there. It's about there. It's sort of bobbling around here.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the fair market value, it's 2,700. This is above the fair market
Yeah, that's
value.
because of this horrendously low sale here.
Yeah, that horrendously low sale is insane.
Yeah, somebody got a bargain.
Yeah,
So
and but
that
if you look
average,
at the trend line, this is kind of a flat book. You know, it's up and down, but
yeah,
not really.
it's flat around here, isn't it? It's a flat around this price.
Yeah, I mean, what was the highest price for this book?
That was
What
this
was that?
4.8.
Is that wait? That's the adjusted
No,
price.
no, that's
Was
COVID. That's September 23.
oh wow,
Is that when we announced that? Is that when James Gunn announced he was going to do Supergirl?
could be. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. And then a few months later, nobody cares two hoots.
I mean, this is one of those ones where there was a Supergirl show, so it kind of went up during the show, and then the show kind of didn't really perform that well, so it kind of went down. Now James Gunn is bringing it back. Um, Hopefully, it kind of recovers again. Who knows? I think this is a good time to buy it if it's this price.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the census count on it. It's not that high.
No. So we'll look. 1350. No, it's quite high for a DC.
High for DC, but not high for first
Major
appearance
first
of.
appearance.
I
Yeah.
mean, this is a major character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, and it's another of these. I love these ones. First appearance of Metallo. Death of Metallo.
yeah. Metallo didn't do so well.
No, he's like those characters in Green Lantern you were talking about. He appears in once and gets killed, and that's it.
Yeah, Flash. Yeah, but yeah,
It's a bit of a shame. It's quite a good name, and they've used it up.
yeah. But I don't know. I see this as such a major book. Like of the female super characters, she would be kind of one of the big DC ones. Like
Well, you got Wonder Woman,
you got Wonder Woman, you got Hawk
Woman,
Girl,
Batwoman, Catwoman.
and then you got all the bad guys. But like you know, like when I say bad guys, you got Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, all those ones. Then you got like all the bat ones. But this is the kind of major super girly, you know. You know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a major character.
She wears a short dress, Alan.
That's why I like her. So, yeah.
The only thing
Uh,
not, or is it she has it's blue sometimes, and you prefer them in red.
yeah. So they keep on like they were really indecisive about her costume. Her costume goes through so many iterations. It's crazy. There's actually a comic where literally she's like trying to decide which costume to go with. There's like 20 different costumes that she has to choose from. They just never could figure it out.
Oh, you
It's
missed
interesting.
Power Girl because Power Girl is Supergirl, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like a different Earth version of Supergirl, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But somehow in that other version, women get bigger boobs. I don't know how that works.
Well, that's because of Wally Wood.
That's the Wally Wood. It's the Wally Wood world where all the women have big boobs.
It was Wally Wood because he was
Trying to get attention.
yeah, nobody was paying any attention to him. I can't remember what it was that's getting all the attention because nobody was paying attention to him. So he gradually increased the size of Power Girl's book
Yeah.
each issue on the
Yeah,
basis that eventually somebody would notice.
yeah.
And eventually,
But by the time she got like E cups, triple E cup,
nobody but the fans noticed until she'd
I don't think the fans were complaining though, so don't worry. So, yeah. Oh well, so that's it for this week, I guess.
yeah, there was obviously less gravity in whatever world she came from.
Yes.
Right, that is it for this week. As I said, and that's it for this year for Hottie's Silver Age Comics. We will be back in the new year, of course, doing the show, which will be our fourth year of this little show, and we will be doing our spec books next week. So make sure you watch out for those to see how we did and to see whether Alan or I has a better performance. So we'll see you next week. Cheers.